What's up, everybody? So today we're going to be showing you how to make the Wreath Monster from Nightmare Before Christmas. So he's a really cool guy. He came out really awesome. I like him. So let's get to it. So first you want to get some garland. I got 2 pieces. Okay, you also want to get a wreath hanger right there so you can hang them up afterwards. As well as you want to make sure you get yourself a nice wreath. It doesn't have to be like this, but you can get it plain, but however you wanted it, that's how I wanted it for mine. You also want to get you some foam craft sheets because you're going to need to cut out the eyes, the teeth, to hot glue to the wreath. So we're going to go, you need some scissors. Of course, you're going to need some hot glue as well as a pencil to draw it out. Also some zip ties so you can zip tie the, the garland over to the sides of the Wreath Monster. So pretty much we got our yellow foam board. We're going to go ahead and try to draw out some eyes. You're going to see in a little bit that I'm trying to see which size is going to fit good with him. Because the foam sheets, you could do the black pupils and the white teeth. So you want to make sure it's going to be a good size for him. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start kind of figuring out what type of size eyes. I kind of did a couple just to make sure that if they were going to be the right size or not. And then finally, I decided on the size of the eyes that I wanted. But it's okay. Take your time. It doesn't have to be perfect. It is Halloween. So if you got some squiggles and stuff, don't worry about it. But we're just going to try to find some a good set of eyes for him. And the one thing I like about doing this is that since we're doing a Tim Burton theme, it is really cool to finally bring like my own Wreath Monster to Halloween and to my haunt. So I think it's gonna look really cool going onto my porch, and it's gonna be an awesome piece. I mean, you don't really see the Wreath Monster, sorry, too much, but I think he's gonna be really awesome. So the cool thing about the wreath is I got mine with some like pine cones and some berries and stuff in it, so you don't have to go that route. I picked up that wreath for about $24.99 over at the at-home store where I work, and garland as well, which was like $10 each. But it's really cool. It came with the chain link, which will be easier to zip tie to the wreath and then zip tie to wherever on the porch I'm going to place them, so it kind of works out. And then the craft foam that you see, I just got the pack over at Michael's on the way home from work. But I really did enjoy making this. You guys should try it out. Like I said, it doesn't have to be extravagant or expensive. Most of the supplies you could probably get from the Dollar Tree, honestly. Like the metal wreath, wire frame, and whatever else that you need from the Dollar Tree. Me, I was just too excited, and I'm kind of cut for time to make this thing. So I just already got the wreath pre-made with the extra little decorations on it. But I think it was going to be really cool to put it on with the Wreath Monster. So I think he'd come out pretty cool with the berries and stuff like that. So as you can see, we finally just measured the wreath after my failed attempts of the eyes. But nonetheless, the eyes came out. I like the size that when we actually measured it, which I wasn't thinking. I was just trying to freehand it, but trial and error, I guess. But I hope you guys enjoy making this thing. I mean, like I said, it's pretty cool to finally make a Wreath Monster. You don't have to pay somebody to do it. It's something you could definitely do on your own free time, and whether it's for Halloween, Christmas, or just because you're a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, you can make this thing on your own. So you want to make sure too that once you cut out this eye, you're going to see that I'm going to actually just trace the same eye over. So that way you get the same size eye and you don't have to worry about crooked eyes or different size eyes. So we're just going to cut this bad boy out and then go ahead and make another copy. Alright guys, so once you're done with that, you want to grab your wreath, and then you're going to get ready to grab your white foam, so that way you can put it behind the wreath, and you're going to kind of want to trace around the wreath onto the foam, and then you're going to want to draw out the teeth, but you want to measure it and make sure the teeth are going to be the size and the type of design of teeth that you're going to want on him. Also before that, you want to put the yellow eyes on, just to kind of see where the placement's going to be, where you want the eyes or where you're planning to put the eyes before you put the teeth. So you can see there, that's kind of where I want to put the eyes. And then like I said, you're going to get your white foam, you're going to put it behind the wreath, and you're just going to go around and draw. So I'm going to go around so that way I can kind of see where it's going to be placed when we hot glue it to the back of the wreath. And then you just start drawing the teeth that you want. So I'm going for pointy. This is your Wreath Monster, so you can make them however type of teeth that you want. Mine's a man-eater, of course. I think all Wreath Monsters are, but we're going to go with the pointed teeth on this one. And the one thing that I learned, instead of using 2 white pieces, once you cut the teeth out, as you see how I'm drawing, you're going to end up with 2 sets of teeth. Okay, so once you got the teeth cut out, like I said, once you do the first set of teeth and you cut it out of the foam, you actually end up with 2 sets. So that was really awesome. You don't have to waste another foam piece, but you got your top and you got your bottom. So what I did is I went ahead and super glued it, or not super glued, hot glued it to the wire frame. And then I went ahead and put the eyes back on to kind of make sure I had the right placement and where I wanted to put the eyes. Alright, so once that was done, I hot glued the yellow eyes to the wreath, and then I also did the black little circles and hot glued them to the yellow. Next you want to get your garland, which I got the chain on there. So I got the little zip ties that you want. You're going to want to zip tie the chain to the left or right, or however you want to put the wreaths. Since he's going to be on the wall or he's going to be hanging, you kind of want the garland to be stretched out and going all over the place like he was in the movie. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and zip tie it through the chain and find some good spots for him. Then of course, once you're done with that, then voila, you are complete with making your Wreath Monster. So he came out pretty cool. And what I did was I actually bent the garland in half and then just zip tied the middle to the sides. So that way you had an arm on both sides going up, and then you had arms on both sides going down. And he came out pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial video. Like I said, go ahead and make your Wreath Monster. You don't have to pay someone to make it for you. Have fun and make sure to subscribe.